As advanced cruise missiles and swarms of uncrewed aerial vehicles reinvent modern warfare, the United Kingdom faces an immediate threat that leaves its strategic assets entirely exposed. This is not a drill for the Royal Artillery, but a critical vulnerabilities crisis at the highest level of British national security. In response, the Ministry of Defence launched a major expansion of its land-based air defence network, aiming to double the deployment of the advanced Sky Sabre system from its original configuration of 6 batteries up to a planned 12, with some defense specialists projecting a future brigade-level structure of 24 units. For a nation relying on expensive platforms like the F-35 Lightning II stealth fighters and Type 45 destroyers, this massive pivot raises a terrifying question. Why is London suddenly panicking to double its ground-based shield right now? The strategic urgency is driven by a stark reality. Leading global defense analysts argue that the previous Rapier Field Standard 3 system, which could engage only 2 targets simultaneously, left British military installations completely defenseless against saturation strikes. When the replacement Sky Sabre entered official service with the 16 Regiment Royal Artillery in December 2021, the initial inventory was so limited that vital domestic infrastructure remained deeply vulnerable. On paper, the only tactical salvation for Great Britain against incoming modern salvos is the immediate deployment of this next-generation architecture. By utilizing a highly integrated command center, the British Army can now track 24 separate threats at the same time. However, with adversarial missile technologies advancing rapidly, defense planners are realizing that a small fleet of interceptors is practically useless against a sustained, high-intensity conflict. Before we go on, do you think this massive expansion is enough to protect the country from a modern missile swarm? Hit subscribe to join our defense community and tell me where you are watching from. To understand why the British Army is executing this rapid expansion, we must look directly at the exceptional technological triad that defines the Sky Sabre architecture. This ground-based air defense platform operates as a fully modular system mounted on highly mobile German MAN box armed trucks, allowing individual components to disperse across the battlefield to minimize detection. The first core component is the Swedish Saab Giraffe Agile Multibeam radar, a 3-dimensional surveillance sensor that elevates on a mechanical mast to scan over forests and terrain obstacles. This radar possesses a 360-degree detection range extending out to 120 kilometers. More importantly, it is highly optimized to track targets with an incredibly small radar cross-section, meaning it can spot stealthy low-flying cruise missiles and small uncrewed aerial vehicles that usually slip past conventional defense grids. The second component is the Surface-to-Air Missile Center Combat Management System, designed by Rafael in Israel. This functions as the digital brain of the platform, utilizing the Global Link 16 tactical data network. This integration allows the system to share real-time tracking data instantly, with RAF F-35 Lightning II fighter jets and Royal Navy Type 45 destroyers, creating a unified network where any sensor can guide any shooter. The final component is the MBDA Land Ceptor launcher armed with the Common Anti-Air Modular Missile, or CAMM. Weighing 99 kilograms and flying at speeds exceeding Mach 3, or roughly 2,300 miles per hour, this interceptor has an operational range of 25 kilometers, while the extended-range CAMM-ER variant reaches over 45 kilometers. The system utilizes advanced soft vertical launch technology, ejecting the missile upward with compressed gas before the main rocket engine ignites. This conceals the launch site heat signature and provides immediate 360-degree coverage, allowing a single firing unit to guide 24 separate missiles against 24 independent threats simultaneously to shatter any saturation strike. The operational evolution of this next-generation platform, from initial testing to intensive deployment, demonstrates its vital role on the modern battlefield. In April 2022, shortly after regional tensions escalated in Eastern Europe, the British Army deployed its very first operational Sky Sabre battery along with 100 personnel from the 16 Regiment Royal Artillery to southeastern Poland under Operation Stiftel. Positioned near the strategic logistics hub in Rzeszów, the system established an unpublicized defensive shield over the primary international military supply corridor, gaining invaluable real-world operational data in a high-friction environment. Building on these real-world deployments, the British Ministry of Defence shifted toward testing the system under severe electromagnetic stress. In May 2025, during the large-scale NATO Formidable Shield exercise conducted at the Kinty Q Hebrides range in Scotland, Sky Sabre successfully engaged multiple high-speed, low-altitude target drones. The system proved its capability to track and intercept threats, while operating under heavy simulated electronic warfare and radar jamming. The success of this exercise directly led to a £118 million procurement contract in August 2025 to acquire 6 additional Land Ceptor launchers, triggering the initial phase of the expansion. By May 2026, the strategic framework expanded further when London and Warsaw signed a historic comprehensive defense treaty. This agreement solidified the co-production of the future CAMM Mr. medium-range missile, extending intercept ranges beyond 100 kilometers and integrating British technology directly into the Polish NAIR air defense program. Global defense analysts argue that, on paper, this industrial cooperation creates a unified supply chain capable of producing thousands of lower-cost missiles. This economic sustainability is critical because a standard Land Ceptor platform offers a far more affordable intercept cost compared to the $360 million cost of a single American Patriot launcher, allowing military planners to sustain defenses over long timelines. This rapid expansion delivers massive industrial and tactical advantages for the United Kingdom, but it also exposes critical blind spots within Western military strategy. By expanding the production lines of the CAMM interceptor at the MBDA facility in Bolton, London secures over 5,000 manufacturing jobs and positions itself as a dominant exporter of European air defense technology. Furthermore, this industrial surge directly benefits the maritime sector. The naval version of this missile, known as Sky Sabre, forms the defensive backbone of the Royal Navy Type 23 and Type 26 frigates. Expanding the land-based infrastructure ensures a robust, continuous stockpile of ammunition for British carrier strike groups operating in highly contested waters across the globe, including the Indo-Pacific region. However, leading global defense analysts argue that even a doubled fleet of Sky Sabre platforms cannot solve a fundamental vulnerability in the British domestic defense grid. This system is strictly designed for short to medium-range threats like cruise missiles, and uncrewed aerial vehicles. On paper, it remains entirely useless against high-altitude ballistic missiles or advanced hypersonic weapons like the Iskander or Kinzhal. The United Kingdom currently possesses zero land-based ballistic missile defense systems, meaning that if a saturation ballistic strike occurred, the British mainland would rely entirely on Allied naval assets or American regional shields. Additionally, a significant supply chain vulnerability exists within the system itself. While the missile is British, the vital Mach Combat Management Center is designed and manufactured by Rafael in Israel. If diplomatic or political friction disrupts the London and Tel Aviv relationship, the supply of software updates and critical replacement components could face severe complications. Ultimately, Great Britain is scrambling to expand this shield not because it wants to project power, but because it is racing against time to patch a dangerous defensive gap. Do you believe that doubling the Sky Sabre network is enough to protect the country from future hypersonic threats? Or has London left its airspace dangerously incomplete? Share your thoughts in the comments below.